Hey guys, welcome back. We are on page 60 in Horizon 2, Book 1. So this is, see at the bottom right here where it says page 60. There's no lesson at the top because this is a continuance of a lesson we already started. So the other lesson that we started, this is the next page of, but we're just doing one page at a time right now. So we are on problem 4. There's a bunch of little birds at the top in cages. Okay. And I would suggest getting your hundreds chart if you are using that for comparing numbers. Okay. All right. So circle the number that is least. So least means smallest or lowest amount. Okay. So all of these numbers in the cage start with the same number in the tens column. What number do you see in the tens column on all these birds? What number do they all have in common? 3, right? So they're all part of the 30s. So that is this column right here. They're all part of the 30s. Okay, so then we just compare the second digit, which is the ones place, and we see which one is the smallest. So this one has a 6, this one has a 4, and this one has a 9. So which one is smallest? A 4, a 6, or a 9? A 4. So that means you're going to take and circle 34, like that. Okay? So now kind of the same thing, we're going to go to the next cage. And these are all, what number do all of them have in common in the tens digit? Do you see it? They are all part of the 80s down here. Okay? So now we're going to compare the ones digit. So this one is 84, 81, or just 80. So which one's the smallest? Is a 0, a 1, or a 4 the smallest? A 0. So we're going to circle the 80 like that. Okay, next bird, cage. These, what is the tens? What do they have in common? Every one of these birds has what number on it? A 5 for 50, for 5 tens. So that means this row. Now we compare the ones digit. This one has a 2, this one has a 6, and this one has a 7. What do you think? 52. Okay, now you do the last one by yourself. Compare the tens. If they're all the same, then compare the ones. Okay, now we're going to go down here, and we've done this before where I just kind of take a couple out because they're just too close together. So I'm going to just go like this. And we're going to just do every other problem. So if mom is with you, she can cross off ones like that, or you can do it. But we're going to start right here at this problem. And when we're looking here, remember we always start with the ones digit, which is the 7, the 2, and the 3. So you always start all the way to the right and then add and then go to the next in the left. So the ones digit, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to write the 2, right? We can't write a 12. We have to write the 2 and carry the 1. So now we go 5 plus 1 is 6, 7, 8. Right? Okay, let's do this one. Now when we're adding, it doesn't matter which order in the line, what number we start with. So we want to start with the biggest number. When we're subtracting, we can't change the orders, right? But when we're adding, we can. So in this line of ones, I have a 2, a 6, and a 9. The 9 is the biggest, so I'm going to start by adding the 9 and the 6. Okay, so 9 and 6, I remember I've been practicing my adding, so I know 9 plus 6 is 15, and I add 2 more, 16, 17. So I can write my 7, and I can carry my 1. And then I can look at this row and I can go, oh, I'm going to add my 3 plus 3 first. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8. Okay, you can see how I did that? All right, so this one, let's go to our ones column. And I'm going to add the 4 and the 2 first. 4 plus 2, 6, plus 1 more, 7. So I write my 7. There's nothing to carry, so I just go to my tens column, which is 5 plus 1 more plus 1 more. 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right, now I'm over here. And I have my ones column, which is a 5, a 4, and a 4. Now for me, it's easier to add my 4 plus 4 first, but you can decide what order works for you. I'm adding 4 plus 4 because it's a double, so I know it's 8. And I'm going to add 5 more. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can't write a 13. I have to write a 3 and carry my 1. Now I'm going to go 1 plus 3 is 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, you finish this row by yourself, these 4 problems. Push pause and come back when you're ready to do the subtraction with me. So push pause, finish these 4 problems, and come back. Okay, if you're back, we're down here doing the subtraction. And kind of the same thing, I'm blocking out some of the problems. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to subtract, but I don't start over here in my thousands, right? You always start in your ones, and because it's subtraction, I can't change the order at all. Okay, I have to start with 9 and take away 3. So if I'm struggling with this still, I have my hundreds chart, or I could use my number line or my ruler, or I could count backwards. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so I'm at 9. I'm going to go down 3. 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, what does 7 take away 7? If I have 7 and I take away 7, I have 0 left, right? And if I have 6 and I take away 2, I have 4. And if I have 5 and I take away 5, I have 0. Okay, you guys can finish this. You've done subtraction enough times now. You know how to use your charts. Just always make sure you start at your ones column right here. Okay? All right, so push pause, do your subtraction, and come back. If you're going on with us right now, you're all done with your subtraction, and you're down at this last story problem. So the story problem says, the Boy Scouts troop had 36 boys. 8 more joined. That's an addition, huh? That means they came. The troop for a campout. How many boys went on the campout? Well, we're going to start by writing our number sentence. So we're going to start how many boys we started with. And then we know it's an addition because we figured out it's a joined. And then how many came? 8. So there's our number sentence. So now we have to go 36 plus 8, which we can use our chart for. Okay, we would take 36 and we'd add 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 44. Now when we write our answer, we need to make sure that we label it boys. You guys are getting to the point where when we do story problems, we have to label our answers so we know we're not talking about elephants or who knows what. Okay? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.